Evangelist and I are here to announce our next big move, biggest move we've ever made for Revival Today. Behind me is a building that will look nothing like it looks right now when we finish. We're on just under 5 acres of property that we've just finished purchasing, which is going to give us the ability to have a state-of-the-art studio. And in that studio, something I've wanted to have for a long time, which is a live studio audience. It's going to be a 500-seat building when we finish with it that'll give us the ability to touch the world with our broadcasts. This facility is going to give me the ability to do what I've really missed, which is having you in the audience to minister to personally. Obviously, you can't beat the reach of digital media. We touch the whole world every day, but we have the ability now with this to lay hands on people, pray for people that are sick, a place where you can bring people that are drug addicted, demonized, and really give them the ministry that you can't get on YouTube and Facebook. I can't wait. And then beyond that, we're going to announce the launch of Revival Today Church. We're going to hold Holy Ghost church services every Sunday morning. I'll be there most Sunday mornings. This isn't going to be like some little side project. We're going to give you and your family a place you can go that's a soul-winning church that values the presence of God, where you can get prayed for and ministered to, where there's not a critical race theory lecture or a mask and social distancing 10 minutes of no talking to anybody in the lobby. None of that. We're going to have a place where you're free and where you're free to experience the presence of God.
I'm incredibly excited because I know a lot of you have been asking about different meetings and events that we couldn't have during COVID, and trust me, we tried so hard. So this really frees us up to do everything that we want to do with healing meetings and women's conferences. So I am so looking forward to seeing you and having you be a part of this.
So I want to give you a twofold call to action. Number one, if your church turned in to a liberal nightmare in 2020 and you need a place to go, I would be happy to have you at our church. Number two, if you are a partner or a friend of our ministry, Revival Today, this is the biggest move by far we've ever made. By the time we finish remodeling that building, the acquiring of the property, you're looking at a couple of M's. So if you would stand with us now, I'll say thank you ahead of time. Pray and ask the Holy Ghost what He would have you to do. You've been so generous, and I thank you ahead of time for your extreme generosity. I know I speak on behalf of my wife, everybody here at Revival Today, when I say we love you very much. And now I can say I look forward to seeing you face to face here at the new home of Revival Today.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Check the Market today, Friday, August 6th.
Friday.
It is Friday.
We made it.
And we have a special guest today. Gonzalez Griffiths is back. Welcome back to Check the Market.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Glad to be here.
Good morning, Christophoris, Naveed, John Crunkleton from Beach Island, South. Doesn't that sound delightful?
It does.
I'm just envisioning like palm trees and shrimp.
Where is Beach Island? Do they have an RV park? Beach Island, South Carolina.
That just sounds like the place to be right now. And the markets are open.
As if we couldn't have enough
And looks like nothing.
dollar bills on this desk.
Just strewn all over. Why is this not updating? Looks like it's not updating. Gotta use my phone.
I'm renting an RV
Yes.
in a week. So I feel like that's gonna, before you buy one, you gotta test it out, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Class C, 32 feet. We're driving halfway down to Florida. Maybe South Carolina would be a great place. Thanks, Christopheros.
He says yes, there is a an RV park.
There
Beach
is.
Island.
I'm gonna look it up. Beach Island.
It's
South
near
Carolina.
Augusta, Georgia.
Ooh, yeah.
August, Georgia. Augusta or Augusta? I'm gonna go with Augusta.
Yeah, I think it's Augusta.
St. Charles, Missouri in the house.
Whoop, whoop.
Stock
Money
Market
Man.
Samurai. I agree, this show is better than March Madness.
100%. 100%. Have you ever followed basketball?
No, but we did. I did the March Madness bracket once.
And one?
No, it was all Berkshire Hathaway companies. I used to work for Geico. Warren Buffett, he puts out $1 million challenge. So if you get the bracket 100% correct, you get $1 million.
Oh, wow.
And so we all did it. The supervisor went around and handed everybody, a sheet. So we all did our brackets and handed them in for the chance at $1 million from Warren Buffett.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if you won? What's in this?
I'm not sure.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Look at that.
Wow.
It is really good. I don't know how they get Cinnamon Toast Crunch in there. This cereal. Just blend it in.
Not sure if you knew this, but I buy Cinnamon Toast Crunch weekly. Baby likes. Baby likes. I literally stopped buying the small bags. I had to go to Costco and get the double bag.
Big one.
Literally.
The ones that don't even come in a box. It's
Yeah, just the bag, the fruit flowing
Yeah.
bag, and you're trying to tip it in. Yeah, that's my life. So thank you. People are just working in the gifts today. All right, let's get started.
Let's get
U.S.
started.
government investing in crypto.
It might be clickbait. We don't know. We'll find out.
Sneaky Patrick.
Gaming, stonks, and Elon Musk. I got some, Christopherus, I found some great cold brew coffee. I don't know if you like coconut or not, but Trader Joe's, if there's one around you, has this great coconut cold brew. So it's like coconut infused in the cold brew coffee. It is delicious.
So it's just the coffee, black
Yeah,
coffee.
it's just like black coffee. It comes in a little bottle like this, but it has a coconut flavor in it. So it's just that's slight flavor. I mean,
do we have some in the office or
No,
We're gonna have to
it's
get
at Trader Joe's.
We're gonna have to get the girls to get some.
We'll have to
'Cause
get
now
them.
that we have our ice machine,
Oh,
come
yeah,
on.
that is
Woo! All right, let's get started. Stop distracting me.
All right, first article. Saki. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Get it right.
Tesla wasn't invited to White House. Elon Musk was sad because of this yesterday. He actually tweeted about it.
I'm sure he was just so sad.
Tesla wasn't invited to White House Electric Vehicle Summit because it isn't unionized. How? I mean,
What a-
come on.
Dink.
For real. Tesla CEO Elon Musk expressed surprise this week that his company was not invited to the event. Tesla is as American as you can get when it comes to electric vehicles.
And when it comes to freedom.
Yeah, that is true. He does. It probably wasn't invited because
His
because
stance.
of his stance, yeah.
Yep, 100%. He's way more conservative
like
than
America.
Facts.
See the article? Jonathan, my thoughts on I like XLM and XRP. I'm invested in both of those. Algorand is actually on the list that I'm going to research this weekend. Cardano and Algorand are some of the ones that are on my list to research for this weekend. But XLM and XRP, I'm invested in those two. Stellar Lumens, and Ripple. All right, let's see the article. Saki, my goodness, suggests Tesla wasn't invited. Oh, we already went over that. White House Press Secretary Jen suggested Thursday that Tesla's lack of close ties with the United Auto Workers Union was a factor in the company's omission from an electric vehicle summit. Tesla CEO Elon Musk expressed surprise this week that his company was not invited to the event, while executives from Ford, GM, and Stellantis stood alongside President Biden as he detailed an executive order calling for half of all U.S. car sales to be zero-emissions vehicles by 2030. Also, we have to note that all three of those companies took bailouts at some point, and Tesla hasn't, so that might be because they weren't invited too. During her daily press briefing, Jen was asked to explain why Tesla wasn't invited to the event, despite its leading role in electric vehicle industry. Continue. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Called out.
Wow, Bethany just threw you under the
I do talk
bus.
about Elon Musk a lot, so.
That is
Wow.
so, honestly, that is shocking to me from somebody who hated Tesla brand for so long.
He's brilliant.
Okay, so his wife just writes on Facebook, Bethany, I hear about Elon Musk and his emotions more than my own in our home. He's a fascinating guy, though.
He is, very much so.
He is. He's just such a bizarre, fascinating human being. I'm surprised I don't talk about him more, but
He's just like, he's brilliant.
he really, really is.
And the way he thinks, no.
They're like, all right.
The way he thinks about things. You know, it's not just like, okay, let's get to space. In his mind, he's already like colonizing, not even Mars, like different planets from that.
Insane, yeah.
He's already
real.
in deep space somewhere.
It's true.
So, I think, no, we're not changing Max's name to Elon. Maybe if we have a third Elon, who knows?
Someone's got a crush. Guilty. And what's crazy is that it's not a physical crush, because the dude is uglier than a pair of feet, but he's got breastises. But there's something about him. He's quite charming.
Yeah,
too.
he is.
I don't know.
He also
always
has
look
that,
at his Twitter.
Well, I'm not going to go into it. Yeah, I'm done. Let's read the article.
Say it. I won't. I know I'll regret it. Okay. Article, go.
Article. Well, we of course welcome the efforts of all automakers who recognize the potential of an electric vehicle future and support efforts that will help reach the president's goal, and certainly Tesla is one of those companies. Today, it's the three largest employers in the United Auto Workers and the UAW president who will stand with President Biden as he announces his ambitious new target, but I would not expect this is the last time we talk about clean cars. The move toward electric vehicles, and we look forward to having a range of partners in that effort. Wow, that doesn't make a lot of sense, but yeah, whatever. When asked if Tesla was omitted from the event because it was not unionized, Saki again noted that attendees included the three largest employers of the United Auto Workers. So it wasn't the car manufacturers that were invited, it was the union that was invited, and the car manufacturers just came along. Next. I guess. Science Branson's Virgin Galactic to sell space flight tickets starting at $450. So
That's
here
more
we
reasonable.
go. That we got the price.
These prices are dropping.
I actually thought it was going to be less than that. I thought it was going to be $250,000.
Oh, interesting.
But maybe they're going to go down. There will be a sale.
I mean, how much did that one random guy pay for a seat on the...
Oh, 18 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he didn't even go.
He didn't even go.
No, he didn't take it.
He had to postpone it?
Yeah, he had to postpone it because there were scheduling conflicts. Like, I'm going to send you $18 million. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a scheduling conflict. So I'm going to have to postpone my flight.
So strange.
But there is a $200 change fee, so.
Oh, okay. What a steal. But in comparison, $450,000, now it sounds like pretty doable.
Yeah. In comparison to 18 million.
18 million.
All right, let's see the article. Virgin Galactic ticket sales. Spaceship company Virgin Galactic, SPCE, said it will open ticket sales on Thursday for space flights starting at $450,000 a seat, weeks after billionaire founder Richard Branson's high-profile trip to the edge of space. Well, I guess there you have it. $450,000. So if you're interested, virgingalactic.com, and I'm sure they've got like booking agents standing by. Next. Elon Musk's.
Wow.
Here we go again.
I mean, quite a lot of articles on Elon Musk today.
Elon Musk's Starlink, now almost as fast as broadband.
Wow.
Musk said the service is on its way to topping 500,000 users within the next year. So we've talked about Starlink before on the show, and it's a company that I'm highly interested in investing in once it goes public. Let's see the article.
You're just too good to be true.
Musk said the service is on its way to topping 500,000 users within the
Fly
next year.
me to the moon.
Sorry, that was I don't know.
Elon Musk's Starlink satellite internet service is almost as fast as broadband, according to a recent report.
I'm so in love with you.
I'm starting to be concerned now.
According to speed test data, the SpaceX-run venture was the only satellite internet provider in the U.S. with a fixed broadband-like latency figures and median download speeds is fast enough to handle most of the needs of modern online life.
Wish you were here.
Starlink is almost as cool as Elon Musk, I agree. 97.23 megabytes per second.
Wow.
I have a 300 megabytes per second package from Comcast at my house.
Okay.
And that's usually the speeds that I get.
Wow, interesting. So, is it available for just any Joe Schmo, or what is this? Is this only for...
Nick has it.
Nick has it?
Yeah. Oh, Mitch has it.
Mitch has it.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you just go on, it's just basically like any other... Is it available everywhere?
It comes
Or
in
is it
like a
just-
backpack.
Comes
Doesn't
in
it?
a backpack? He basically... Okay. I
Yeah.
see. And your parents live in a remote area.
Yeah, and then they'll send you like a box or a satellite dish, and then instructions on how to set it up yourself. And then they'll just beam you down.
And does
does
it fit in a
have to be-
backpack?
Does it have to be like at a remote location at any given point, or is it something that you could travel with? We got to put that. Let's put a call in. Because listen, if I'm going on an RV life, if I'm starting this RV journey, I'd like to suit up with a backpack, Starlink backpack. Go live from anywhere. Boom.
It has 13 megabytes. The article said 13 megabytes upload speeds, which is that's fast. That's faster
that
than I
is
have
usable.
in my house.
Wow. What a guy.
Yeah. The upload speeds that we have in the other office over there for like the admin internet is 25 megabytes per second.
Okay.
So that's, I mean, it's like close to it.
Yeah. For something that's like, you can access in any remote
Yeah.
location. That was Starlink. Starlink was the stuff that we saw in this
in
guy in Arizona. Yeah.
Yep.
Good old Elon.
He was what he was saying is that you sign up for it, you get on a waiting list, and then they send you a box with the satellite in it and instructions on how to set it up, and it can fit in a backpack, so you can take it with you when you go somewhere else.
But you do get vetted, assuming that it's like a location that's not near other internet sources.
Yeah, they probably would.
I knew that he wanted to start in like
The
remote
remote
areas
yeah.
first. So very interesting. We gotta put in a call. I want one.
James Lagerman says Starlink upfront equipment costs $600.
That's not bad.
No, that's not bad. That's Becca's dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's Becca's dad.
I mean, that's what Comcast would charge me for, setting up.
Seriously, just setting up, just living
For
my
real.
life. Comcast, you stink. All right.
Next. Payroll increase. Good news today. That's why stocks are a little mixed. It looks like the Nasdaq's down, but the Dow Jones and S&P are up. Payrolls increased 943,000 in July as unemployment rate slides to 5.4%. Let's see the article. Hiring rose in July at its fastest pace in nearly a year, despite fears over COVID. Whatever. Non-farm payrolls increased by 943,000 for the months, while the employment rate dropped to 5.4%. According to the Department Bureau of Labor Statistics, the payroll increase was the best since August 2020. Economists surveyed by Dow Jones had been looking for 845,000 new jobs and a headline jobless rate of 5.7%. Average hourly earnings also increased more than expected, rising 0.4% from the month and are up 4% from the same period a year ago. Not as high as inflation, though. The data for recent months suggests that the rising demand for labor associated with the recovery from the pandemic may have put upward pressure on wages. The BLS said in the report, though it cautioned that the COVID impact is still skewing data and wage gains are uneven across industries. Continue. Stock market futures reacted positively to the report, indicating a slightly positive open. The drop in the headline unemployment rate looked even stronger, considering that the labor force participation rate ticked up to 61.7%, tied for the highest level since the pandemic hit in March 2020. A separate calculation that includes discouraged workers and those holding jobs part-time for economic reasons fell even further to 9.2% from 9.8% in June. So good news there. And next. Biden could start reshaping the Fed next month, and progressives will want to say. So it looks like old Jerome Powell might not get his job back.
I'd say, what a loser.
Let's see the article. We will soon find out what the Federal Reserve's leadership will look like under President Joe Biden. The president is set to make a decision this fall on whether to stick with Chairman Jerome Powell, whose term ends in February, or tap one of his well-regarded colleagues to lead one of the world's most powerful economic institutions. Wall Street is pushing Biden to reappoint Powell for a second term, but progressives are calling for a fresh face atop the central bank. The Fed chair job isn't the only one up for grabs. The term for vice chairman, Randall Quarles, the central bank's point person for regulation, will expire in October, and this all means that Fed Governor Lael Brainard could be in line for a promotion. Political aides who spoke to CNBC about the Fed turnover said the Biden administration is considering sending its nominations as a bundle to the Senate Banking Committee in September. They stressed that the search progress is ongoing and that the timeline could shift based on whether Biden decides to renominate Powell. Continue. A strong indication of Wall Street's fear about Powell's possible replacement came last month from Mike Payroll, chief U.S. economist at JPMorgan. Fed Chair Powell's response to the COVID-19 financial crisis recession was aggressive, creative, and determined. His leadership during that period has justly received applause from economists and legislators across the political spectrum, but Payroll said he's now at risk of losing his job. That's because progressive Democrats want Brainard to replace Powell. Her advocates say that she would push the Fed to put a greater emphasis on bank regulation, income inequality, and climate change. Free money for everybody. Some Democrats, such as Biden Treasury Department nominee Graham Steele, have said it would be a huge missed opportunity not to replace Powell with a woman or member of a minority to lead an institution long dominated by white men.
Jeez,
Well, it looks like they won't be accepting my application.
so ridiculous.
Continue. Payroll said that Powell pleased progressives by doubling down on the Fed's commitment to maximum employment across demographics, but that the group is still frustrated with the former investment banker's reluctance to address issues like the economic impacts of climate change. I don't understand how that has anything to do with the Federal Reserve, but yeah, I guess, I don't know. Next. Next. Fed Governor. Fed Governor Waller highly skeptical of a Fed digital coin. So it looks like he's going against the swimming against the stream there. Let's see the article. Against the grain, is that the expression?
Against the... Okay, yeah, against the grain.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, cool. Let's see the article. Federal Reserve Governor Christopher Waller said he's highly skeptical about the need for the U.S. central bank to develop a digital currency.
How does anybody with a brain actually say that they're highly skeptical of a federal digital coin? When that's just the way the money is, like the money is moving towards a digital currency. So if you have half a brain, you would... It just doesn't make any sense why so many people are coming out against it. And it's just like, that's the future. Future. This is the future of money. You know what I mean? I can't stand these quote unquote scholars. They give me headaches. All right, continue reading it. Let's one more Elon.
While CBDCs continue to generate enormous interest in the United States and other countries, I remain skeptical that a Federal Reserve CBDC would solve any major problem confronting the U.S. payment system, Waller said in the text of remarks prepared for delivery Thursday to the American Enterprise Institute. The Federal Reserve Board stepped up its engagement on the possibility of a central bank digital currency in May, when Chair Jerome Powell said the central bank will issue a paper outlining the board's thinking on digital payments, with a particular focus on the benefits and risks associated with CBDC in the U.S. context. So there's one Fed governor that is highly skeptical of a Fed digital coin. Next. Analyst predicts refreshed bull market for Bitcoin price heading towards 100K.
Okay.
Let's see the article.
Does Doug agree with this?
Yes,
He does.
he does.
Interesting.
Bloomberg Intelligence published analyst Mike McGlone's August cryptocurrency outlook with a price prediction for Bitcoin Wednesday. I mean, it's up over 40,000 again today.
Is it?
McGlone described that Bitcoin is set to turn 40,000 into support, stating that this year's prime for Bitcoin to take the next step in its price discovery stage, and we see a refreshed bull market. Bitcoin appears to have built a base around 30,000. That's akin to 4,000 at the start of 2019. Jeez. And we see performance parallels that could get the benchmark crypto back on track towards 100,000. The longest period below its 20-week moving average since 2018-19 indicates weak longs have been cleansed with an enduring bull market. The analyst added, what's changed in about 3 years is sufficient to sustain more of the same for most of Bitcoin's history. Rising prices, supply is declining, while demand and adoption are rising in most countries that welcome open discourse and free market capitalism. Continue. So there we go. Similar to what happened back in 2019. He noted that the crypto crackdowns in China and the increased regulatory efforts by the U.S. government are part of Bitcoin's maturation, the increasing dichotomy between China pushing back and the U.S. adding clearer rules may mark part of a new and different kind of Cold War. Countries restricting capital flow might fall behind in the digitalization process of money and finance. So he thinks it's going to go... Last month he said Bitcoin is more likely to revert towards 60,000 resistance versus 20,000 support if its history of recovering from similar too cold conditions are any guide. So he thinks that it's going to go to 100,000, and we already went over the crypto expert panel that predicted that by 2025 the price of Bitcoin will go up to 318,000. Continue. Did you come back to save the human race from machines? No, I'm here to buy Dogecoin on the cheap. So don't be like the Terminator. Buy it now so you don't have to create a time machine. Next. Coinbase enables crypto buys with Apple Pay. Instant 100K cash outs. Google Pay to follow. So Coinbase
Coinbase.
enables you to buy crypto with Apple Pay. See the article? Crypto exchange Coinbase announced Thursday that users can now buy Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies on its platform with Apple Pay. We're introducing a new and seamless way to enable crypto buys with linked debit cards to Apple Pay and Google Pay and instant cash outs up to $100,000 per transaction available. If you already have a Visa or MasterCard debit card linked in your Apple Wallet, Apple Pay will automatically appear as a payment method when you're buying crypto with Coinbase on an Apple Pay supported iOS device or Safari web browser. Every time I try to use my credit card to buy cryptocurrency on one of these platforms, they won't let me. Even though they have it like activated, and then I have to call Chase and I have to talk to them, and they're like, okay, you're all clear, and then I try it again and it doesn't work.
What?
It's like they don't want you doing that.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So it might be better with Apple Pay because then you can just push it through Apple Pay.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Instant. Did you hear about Apple? With the pedophile
Yeah.
picture things? What do you think about that? First of all, everyone, all those pedos are just going to get Samsung phones.
Yeah.
They already
yeah,
have
yeah.
them, yeah.
Yeah. That is
But
true.
it's kind of strange that they can tap into your phone. I mean, at least it's now public knowledge
like
that
check,
they're...
check, like, go through your pictures.
Yeah. So now it's just basically, now they're just basically saying, like, that's, we do that. We have access to it.
Yeah, like what if I
100%.
have a picture of like Max, at the pool? You know what I mean? Would that be flagged? And then would the
Right.
cops show up at my house?
Well,
That's like the problem that I have with it.
yeah. It's just there's no restrictions.
No.
So it's very bizarre, very
Yeah.
strange. I don't know if I'm for it or against it. I'm still like up in the air about it. I mean, I think it's clearly an invasion of privacy.
It
But
is. I'm for it for the fact that you can crack down on some of these things, but
because
I
it's
can
rampant.
see I can see where this could lead to.
100%. Right.
You know,
It's not a
and
good
so-
place.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Very strange.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I always make fun of Jess, and she's always has like her phone cover, her lens covered, and she always has her computer
Yeah.
screen covered. Do you have that? You put a little...
My little thing fell off, but yeah, I used to have it covered.
And I thought, like, you guys are all weirdos.
I've seen too many news articles where people have hacked into, and then they show like the pictures and stuff. Like on this what I like about this laptop, it actually has a kill switch right here. So I hit
Or so
that
you think.
switch. Well, yeah, and then it like shuts off the camera.
But still, HP sucks. So, but still, the possibility of people just tapping into your phone and is no longer like a myth. That's 100%.
I mean, I saw a reel or TikTok or whatever of a girl trying to convince her boyfriend to get engaged to her. So what she would do while he was like, while he left his phone on the counter or whatever, she would take the phone and go, marriage, fiance, diamond rings, and say that into the phone. And then she filmed him as he was on the couch scrolling through Instagram, and ads were coming up for wedding rings. Ads were coming up for wedding venues.
I believe that.
So they're already listening to you.
Yeah, 100%. Because I was talking to the girls about liposuction.
Yeah.
It was like all these before and after lipos started appearing on my Instagram. And I was like, what in the world? What
Yeah.
is happening? And I never even put two and two together. Like,
They're definitely listening.
Big Brother, here to stay.
Yep.
What are you saying into your phone? She flipped phone. I thought she was saying grilled cheese. Grilled cheese, no.
I'd be interested in you showing me how to do that, Stock Market Samurai. Because I have to call them, and then I just do like a regular ACH transfer into my cryptocurrency platforms that I use. But they offer credit cards and it won't let me. Every single time it denies it.
Mm-hmm.
I like grilled cheese.
I do too.
Grilled cheese. We'll see what happens.
Grilled cheese.
Next. Normal people with a time machine, I'm your grandson. Wow, really? Me with a time machine. I'd like to buy some Bitcoin right now. I'd be heading straight back to 2013.
Yeah, no joke.
Not even 2013, 2011, 2012. Get myself some Bitcoin. Next. Look at this. New draft law in Uruguay could legalize crypto as payment method. So El Salvador, Guatemala, now Uruguay. See the article? A new draft law introduced to the Senate of Uruguay on August 3rd proposes the legalization of cryptocurrencies as a valid means of payment for goods and services in the country. Proposed by Uruguayan Senator Juan Sartori, the draft law establishes permits and licenses for institutions and virtual asset service providers and puts cryptocurrency business under the oversight of CENACLAF, the National Money Laundering Watchdog. In its fifth article, the Crypto Asset Law, as it's been called, announces the legality of cryptocurrency for payment, but the proposal falls short of declaring Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies as legal tender, like El Salvador did on June 9th. The article states cryptocurrencies will be... What will they be?
Recognized.
Recognized and accepted by law and applicable in any legal business, they will be considered a valid means of payment in addition to those included in the financial inclusion law provided. Awesome. Next.
Wow.
U.S. government, there we go. Look at that. They're heavily investing in cryptocurrency this year.
By seizing?
U.S. government has seized cryptocurrencies worth $1.2 billion so far this year. But just wait till you hear like the progression. Let's see the article.
Jeez Louise.
All right, so Jared Koopman, director of cybercrime, blah, blah, blah. Oh, there we go. In fiscal year 2019, we had about 700,000 worth of crypto seizures. In 2020, it was up to 137 million. And so far in 2021, we're at 1.2 billion.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
So they're ramping up their investments. They missed out in 2020, 2019, and now they don't want to miss out. They want to get in at the bottom, and so they're seizing cryptocurrencies.
That is crazy increase from 700. I mean, just 2 years ago, 2019, 2
Yeah.
years ago, to 1.2 billion. That's insane.
They got to make up for their budget deficit somehow.
Bunch of crooks.
Continue.
How are they seizing these?
Multiple agents are involved during the actual seizure to ensure proper oversight.
Okay, that's why.
I'm not sure how they do it. Because I'd be interested to know how they do it. They probably just, contact Coinbase and like, hey, we need this guy's username and password, and then transfer the money out, something like that.
Yeah, under the guise of like what?
Money laundering, whatever.
Crazy.
Yeah.
1.2 billion.
1.2 billion. And with it going back up, I'm sure they're holding diamond hands, U.S. government.
You better believe it. You better believe it.
We maintain private keys only in headquarters so that it can't be tampered with. Okay. Once a case is closed, the U.S. Marshal Service auctions off the seized cryptocurrencies. To date, the USMS has auctioned off more than 185,000 Bitcoin. So they auction them off. That's how they budget deficits, plug those budget deficits.
That's right.
Last week, the Department of Justice hired crypto custodian firm Anchorage Digital to be its custodian for the cryptocurrency seized or forfeited in criminal cases. Koopman explained that the auctioning process in blocks at fair market value is unlikely to change, noting that the government is not trying to time the market to get the... Yeah, sure. You basically get in line to auction it off. We don't ever want to flood the market with a tremendous amount, which then could have an effect on the pricing component. Well, I mean, if you don't care about market timing, then why are you doing that? Just basically flood the market. You are waiting for timing. We all know you're waiting for timing because everybody waits for timing.
I wish they were here to hear you.
Yeah. So, President Biden, if you're watching, I don't believe a word that your Department
And if you're
of
also
Treasury...
watching, stay away from kids.
Yeah, no, for real.
Jeez Louise.
Next. JPMorgan says CBDCs must not cannibalize commercial financial systems. The risk lies in banking customers moving the funds from checking accounts to a CBDC account. So JPMorgan, I think, is running a little scared here because if the Fed issues CBDCs, it means that you can have a bank account with the Fed, and then what do you need banks for? If everything runs through the Fed, you wouldn't need
No
any more
chance.
banks.
No chance.
So we'll see what happens here. Let's see the article.
Does anybody trust the feds?
No. Central bank digital currencies must not cannibalize countries' commercial financial systems. The risk lies in banking customers moving funds from checking accounts to a CBDC account, which could lead to the exodus of as much as 30% of commercial banks' funding base. JPMorgan strategist Josh Younger wrote in a note cited by Bloomberg on Friday, relatively heavy-handed caps on holdings would be needed to reduce the utility of a retail CBDC as a store of value. Younger proposed a limit of 2,500 that would meet the needs of lower-income households without having a major effect on commercial banks' funding mix, given that most such households have less than 1,000. So they want the Fed to take all the people that they can't make any money off of, to have bank accounts with the Fed, but then everybody that has higher limits should just stay with a regular bank. That's what I get from this article.
Whoa.
Looks like they're listening. Next. There we go.
Whoa.
This is advice for all you single guys out there watching.
Okay. Oh, the single fellas.
There's 3.9 billion women in the world, but only 21 million Bitcoin. You can get a girlfriend later.
Oh, my word. I hate you for this. Oh, my Lanta. All right. Well, today you don't have a tip of the day.
I do not. I have 2 stocks for them to research over the weekend.
It's snapping around here, Nick. It's like crackling. Snap, crackle, and pop. Remember those commercials? That's what it sounds like.
Rice Krispies, right?
Yeah, Rice
Yes.
Krispie. What are your picks for the day?
I have 2 medium risk ones.
Okay.
I was looking into getting into a video game stock because they've taken a huge dive because of the supposed crackdown in China.
Okay.
And so I looked at Activision Blizzard, the world's largest independent developer of video games and related content. This company just had an earnings beat, but also had some bad news because there's some lawsuits pending for misleading shareholders, gaming crackdown in China. But the company has had solid growth over the past couple of years. So Activision Blizzard makes the Call of Duty games.
Okay.
So it's one of like the biggest ones. An average of 11.63% revenue growth. And then it has some of the ratios are below industry median, fairly decent priced. It's still considered a strong buy by most analysts. So that's one of the ones I'm going to be researching this weekend. Probably get into one of these next week. And then Take-Two Interactive. Take-Two is a leading developer of video games with a particularly strong position in more immersive content developed for consoles. It owns Rockstar Games and 2K Games. So some of its games include GTA, Red Dead Redemption, Max Payne. The company had an earnings beat, but the stock has also been hammered because of China. It's trading close to its 52-week low at this point. It might be a good entry point. It has had revenue growth of almost 19%, and there might still be a little bit more pullback on these two, but I'm looking into getting into one of these, and Take-Two is actually the one that I'm most interested in, especially because of the aspect of them having cryptocurrencies in gaming here in the future.
No kidding.
So I think that might be a good investment. So that's what I'm looking at, and then like I said, I'm looking at Cardano for an Algorand for this weekend as sort of more of a high risk, because just to get more knowledge on some of these altcoins that are out there.
Good. Awesome. So there you have it. 2 medium risk. We just ixnayed on the high risk. Sometimes it's just not available. I mean, we've covered quite a lot of content here. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. If you have not yet downloaded the app, please do so. We keep getting shut down from YouTube. So these are the ways that you can download the app on your favorite app store, Google Play, App Store. And of course, you can watch us now on Roku, Fire TV, Android TV, and Apple TV. So do that now. If you want to partner with us, now is your chance to get this beautiful mug. We're just going to start having to design t-shirts here for Check the Market. Don't you think?
We already have one. I'll wear it next week.
Which one
Have
is
at
it?
home. Gerald made me one.
Do we?
Yeah, it's like black and has the Check the Market logo on it. I'll wear it.
Can we add like Elon Musk to the background?
I'm sure we could. Tip of the day today is be more like Elon Musk.
All right, there it is. Thank you, Chris Barros. There's the tip of the day.
Oh yeah.
If you're watching on Facebook, hashtag donate. Text RT to 50155 if you'd like to give via Cash App. Thanks, Linda. $ RT Give or Venmo RT Give. RevivalToday.com/PayPal. And of course, we are accepting cryptocurrencies of all kinds. So scan the code or go to revivaltoday.com/give to donate any of your Bitcoin, Litecoin, whatever else you have. Or you can also just mail in a check. Revival Today, P.O. Box 7, Prosperity, PA 15329. Please don't forget to claim your offer if you ever want to see that mug. revivaltoday.com/offer. James, Rebecca's dad says, lunch tip for the day, grilled cheese and tomato soup.
That actually sounds delicious.
That actually sounds absolutely delicious. And we're going to probably have to do that. So let's get it started. 412-446-2332. If you have any questions on ways to give, you guys have been wonderful. We will see you tomorrow. But before we go, here's a lineup of fresh content that we have. 11 a.m. We're going to have Revival Today teaching some type of Bible study with Evangelist Jonathan Oradalis, followed by 4 p.m. live with Maddie Ortiz. And then, of course, each night we ended checking the news. So yesterday I was pretty upset. So I kept calling people names. So I apologize in advance for what you hear on Check the News. But there you have it, ladies and gents. We will see you tomorrow at the same time, 9:20 a.m. Have a great day.
See you tomorrow. Monday.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Monday.
See you Monday.
See you Monday.